Yo, what's up guys, it's Ham here. Welcome back to another one of our videos. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about boosters in Call of Duty World War II. Oh my god, is this a problem? We could talk about this all day long, dude. It's so annoying, but let's get right into it. Now, this is such a big issue amongst us because we're part of a community that has based their YouTube channel around being number one, or at least trying to get number one in the Call of Duty leaderboards. And this is an issue every year that we have to deal with, and it's very, very obnoxious. If people don't know, because we have a lot of questions in our streams, what is a booster? What does that mean? Why do you say you're number one? You're clearly number 8 or number 6 or wherever it says we're at that time whenever we're streaming on the leaderboards. So to answer that question very simply, a booster is a cheater. They're not a hacker. They're not a modder. They don't tamper with the system at all. But boosting is literally exploiting the game unfairly to gain an illegitimate amount of score. In this game, there has been two major methods of doing this. Now, I've never done this. Our account has never done this. And the only reason why I know how they do this is simple research. It doesn't take much research at all. You just look at things, use your eyes and common sense, and you'll figure it out. You can look at YouTube videos. There's literally communities on the PlayStation Network. Everything. It's just easy. But a booster is, in this game, you either play capture the flag, and the individual will either get 6 PlayStations and with 12 controllers. If you're a hardcore booster, it needs a top score because you're really that big of a loser. Or you can have a group of people that all have they each might have 2 PlayStations with 4 controllers or something, but they all join the same lobby, and you'll have 2 people that go for kills or score, so you're trying to boost, illegitimately get as much score as possible, and everyone else will not play. They'll stand in one spot, and those 2 people, one on one team and one on the other, will pick up the flag and literally run around and kill every single person that's not playing, and just do that the whole game until it ends. And you'll get so much score, and it's just cheating. So you're shooting people that aren't playing. Now, the other method that you can do is the war boosting. Now, the capture the flag, you get both XP and score. Both are 2 different things in Call of Duty. So if you want just purely score and don't care about leveling up or getting boosting to level 1000, you play war and you literally just build and destroy, build and destroy, build and destroy, build and destroy. Or you can also, if you can fill a lobby up and transition to a certain part of some of the war maps, the same way as you do with the capture the flag. You have a bunch of AFK people that aren't playing, and you plant and defuse a bomb. You just literally plant, defuse, plant, defuse, plant, defuse, plant, defuse, plant, defuse. And in some places on the map, each time you plant, it's 500 score. So it's a really fast plant and a really fast defuse in this game. So you can literally get 500 score every couple seconds. But doing this, you are not going to get XP, because that's not how you get XP. XP is usually from kills and medals, and objective play gives you score. So if we go ahead and use all the information we just learned there about what a booster is and what boosting is, if you were concerned or didn't know, let's go ahead and look at the leaderboards here, the overall career leaderboards. Now, we are currently number 8 on these leaderboards, the overall leaderboards, but we have all these people. I don't like making videos like this because it can be controversial. You may be wrong at making statements, but I'm pretty obvious that I can use facts and information that we have saved from the past and clear visual evidence to make valid statements and not be incorrect. Now we'll just go through, we'll just knock them off one by one. If they are or are not, or on the line, borderline questionable, or may be legit. Now we have definitely a booster, definitely 100%, 100%, 100%, booster, questionable. Diablo's also very, very questionable. Baby's booster. Jinsa's a clear booster. And he is also a booster. So you ask yourself, sitting here watching this, how do you know that these people are boosters? Well, simple. If you remember the 2 game modes that we talked about, if whether they were boosters. We had kill confirmed, or I mean capture the flag, and war. So let's go ahead and go over to each one of those game modes here on leaderboards. And you can easily go to the top, and you can see these people that are boosters. So we have Null Encrypt. He has 2,671 score per minute in kill capture the flag. Now clearly that is not legit. That he is doing the method that I told you by killing AFK people over and over again. So I'll go ahead and scroll through these. I'll just grab clips when I scroll through so you don't have to watch me scrolling through all of these leaderboards. Here we come down to another one. Not top page, but just an all-around known hardcore booster. Good old Shaftesbury. 1,400 score per minute. Clearly not legit. Now here we come. You just saw I might add or left a little bit in there from that last scrolling, so you can see some of the other level 1000s that aren't top page. But here we come to our next one, OJICJC, another booster, 1,100 score per minute. And our next one, NG5 Shooter, another booster. Now this fatty is back. Now he doesn't even try to hide that he's a booster. He's on just a boosting community even on the PlayStation. So some of these accounts, if you go to their name and click, scroll down to their friends list, there's a little community tab, and there's literally communities on the PlayStation 4 that just talk about boosting. They ask for lobbies, and that's all they're about. And this guy is constantly asking for capture the flag lobbies. So I might add a screenshot in about right now, showing you that he's in that community, maybe along with some of these other names. And we come on to the next one, Lamola, 910 score per minute. Yeah, probably not legit, bud. There you go. And the next one, now this is probably one of my my most favorite boosters. Cash Crazy 94, dude. Now, if you go into his name, I'll probably add a screenshot. Cash Crazy 94. It literally says is not a modder or a cheater. And here he is, boosting capture the flag. I love it, dude. Now here we are at the war leaderboards. Now, everyone always tells us to play war. Great game of level up. Amazing score per minute. Amazing XP. Now, none of that is true. War is not a good game mode for XP, but a really, really bad game mode for score per minute. The only way you're going to have a high score per minute in war is if you are boosting. There's no other way around it. The only way to get a high score per minute in this game mode is if you are a building or bomb planting booster. So let's go ahead and jump on up to the top page here. And we'll scroll down a little bit and see what we find. Oh, what do you know? Fatty is back, 2,800. And Null Encrypt, 2,500. So these are literally boosters. They have not much time play, just boosters, man. I love it. If we scrolling down a little bit, we have NG5 Shooter again with a 941 score per minute with 1 day played. A lot of score there, buddy boys. Now you say, Hammy, how do you know that these guys are boosters? And they're not all on the leaderboards. So like, if they're all boosters, wouldn't they all be on top of the leaderboard? Well, that would be true, but the problem with not banning these boosters is they know ways around getting banned. So if you leave them on the leaderboards long enough, they're going to make their stats look normal. Now there's many ways you can do this. The same way, it's called reversed boosting. So if you do the exact opposite of what you do to boost, you basically you want to boost bad stats is what you're doing. So if you have really, really good stats and you boost hardcore bad stats so much that you can level it out to make it look like you're a legit player. Here we have Lamola. He has a 507 score per minute in war, which is really bad. But if you look at his win-loss ratio, 0.28 with 121 games win, it has 2 days played. What he's doing here is he boosts war a long time ago, so he got a whole bunch of score. But now he just sets in a lobby. He has a Cronus Max or something else along those lines, add-on event, or not event, but little peripheral for your PlayStation or something else, like a strike pack, to where it makes your PlayStation controller input the X button being pressed over and over again. So you constantly spawn in and you just jump up and down the same spot. Now what does this do? Since you click the X button or A button, you can do the same thing on Xbox. but you just jump up and down, up and down, up and down, so you never get kicked for inactivity. And you also, it allows you to select your class whenever you spawn in, whenever the game starts. So why they do this in war? Most of them, all of them do it in war. A lot of people have been exposed for doing this, but since you're just jumping up and down and you're getting no score, your score per minute will absolutely tank. So if you had like a 3,000 score per minute and you're constantly getting the 0 score per minute over and over and over and over and over again for those long war game modes, your score per minute will drastically fall down to what is a normal level. And this also, since the games are long, it'll make your time played jump up significantly too. But they do this in war because it does not affect your KD. So you can sit here and go a 0 KD, 0 KD, 0 KD, 0 KD, or really bad KDs, and it will not affect your KD, so it also keeps that up so you can keep it at a normal value. So if I could sit here and go to the bottom of the leaderboards, there's probably a lot of level 1000 boosters down here in the very bottom. But that would take you forever to get down to the bottom, to our 14, go scroll down 14 million times. It's probably not going to happen. But that's basically what they do. You can also do this in Capture the Flag, exactly the same thing. But you could also be one of those dyers that people shoot to where it racks your deaths up, so you can have like a 1 KD with like 30 days played and a whole bunch of games played and a decent KD, like 1 KD, bunch of games played, like a low, like 400s, 300 score per minute. Like you could do that, and if they leave you on the leaderboards that long, you're never going to get banned because your stats look normal. Now, a key example of this is Shaftesbury. He had over 2,500 score per minute with like a couple days played. Now look at him. He has 3,900 games played, 25 days played with a 378 score per minute, and he's never been banned. Like, he just reverse boost. And the key example, the king booster himself, Timmy, the best booster. No one will ever rival Timmy's skill at boosting. This kid's a god at boosting. Whatever he does, he's the best. He got the Prestige Master 1000 instantly, like 2 days played or something. It was instantly up there. But he's still never been banned. He's the original booster and never got banned. They banned us, and we weren't even boosting. How annoying, dude. See, this is very, very frustrating to people that try to actually play the game, and it's just full of cheaters, man. So why this is so annoying to people that grind leaderboards is usually you're going to have some sort of a following or a YouTube channel, something along those lines. If you're not a booster and you're up here, like us, Shredded, and Doom, the reason we're up here is because we have a YouTube channel that's based around that. We started this year with this game, and we have an amazing following that we've gathered from this in such a short amount of time. People want to see that #1 person. They're not the best, but they are really good at just grinding out score. Now, to talk about our stats a little bit here, why our score per minute so low is we have 8,400 games played. Now, we really haven't played that many games. It's just because personally myself, I usually play solo. You can watch the streams, go back and watch them if you want to watch them. Usually I always play solo, or maybe with a friend if they're on at the time for a couple hours. But when you play solo and you don't use exploits to get easy lobbies or things like that along those lines, you're going to run into constant sweats, non-stop sweats lobbies. So usually you don't want to sit here if you're a leaderboard grinder and pretend you're in an MLG tryout every single game. So personally myself, I back out of a lot of games. So if it was like on a legit not backing out, we'd probably have around 7,000 games played, maybe a little under or maybe a little over. Now, since you back out, or myself have backed out of such a significant amount of games, we never used exploits, we never dashboarded, never done anything like that. So that's why our score per minute is so low. It would be higher. It'd be around your 580, 600 mark, or maybe a little higher, you never know. But we also play a lot of team deathmatch. We don't sweat, we don't try real hard. We just, especially after we got level 1000, just been trying to coast along, have a good time, enjoy the streams, and enjoy ourselves. But as I was saying, so many games played, just adding that average up, basic statistics here. If you just keep adding those games played up, you're going to have a bunch of games that have like 0 score per minute, so you always back out, and it's just going to tank your score per minute. So this is a tab here, our combat record, that most people don't show. It shows all of your games played, how many games you've played, how many kills, score per minute, things like that, win-loss ratio. This is what we've played. Some of the game modes aren't on here, like hardcore, kill confirmed. I've played quite a bit of, and team deathmatch. Like they used to have a bunch of backouts on hardcore deathmatch, trying to get good lobbies, and just really sweaty game mode. Since a lot of YouTubers said it was a great way to level up. Hardcore kill confirmed probably have like 20,000 kills in it also. Our kill counter is low because we played a lot of gun games because it was really easy to level up at the time when it was out. So it doesn't show your kills, so our kills are lower than they should be because of that game mode. We don't play six-man traps a lot, so you can see here we don't really do that. It's just a really easy way to get score and XP and level up. We don't do that. We usually play kill confirmed, hardcore KC, hardcore deathmatch. Don't really play deathmatch too much, you can see here, but that's an easy game mode. So all I can say here is I really, really, really hope that Sledgehammer gets their act together and gets these cheating losers off the leaderboard. So people like us that really, really care about this and or have a community that wants to see us at our #1 spot that we deserve for the time that we've put in and grinding this game out with all of our passion, that we deserve to be up there. There's no reason at all that these people should still be on these leaderboards. It's unexcusable. It's absolutely pathetic that they leave them on here. So it's so aggravating. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this cleared up all the questions we have, that why we put that we're #1 on the leaderboards and why we're not actually #8, and what is a booster, if you had any questions or wondered what that was. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. We're real close to that 10,000 mark. If you're still here, I appreciate you all. You're the real G for sticking through the whole video. And thanks for watching again, and this is Hamii out.